Well, the county mayor's race is heating up, and lately, or the latest person to put their name in the hat is Commissioner Mickell Lowery, who is now going to join the race against quite a few, a pretty robust list, I would say. He did announce with an ad this week, this is not it, but the video that he had was a very nice video of him knocking on doors and people giving their just exchanges with him. And then he gave his announcement that he will be running for county mayor. So he is now joining J.B. Smiley, the Memphis City Council chairman, J.W. Gibson, who is a business owner, Harold B. Collins, the Shelby County Chief Administrative Officer, and Melvin Burgess, the Shelby County Property Assessor. And there's talks of maybe some other people too, but let's just open it up now. What do we think about Mickell Lowery joining the race, Tuan?
I think he's a fine candidate, along with the other candidates who are all critical, good leaders. However, I'm just going to say this. I don't think we're in a time where a cute commercial or nice sound bites or rhetoric will get you the mayor's seat. We need leadership with solutions. And everywhere you look, we have some problems. And so they need to slow down on the rhetoric and start building, bringing solutions to problems, because we're at that point
like
right
what
now.
Are you going to do for
That's
Shelby County
right.
type thing?
That's right.
What did you think of the ad?
Yeah, the ad was very cute. But I think also what I mostly noticed was the energy surrounding people talking about the ad. My Facebook, where I do follow a lot of political types in Memphis, everybody was lit up talking about Mickell Lowery running. And I didn't see that with the other announcements. And I do think that had something to do with that ad and how it just related to people in a cute, casual way. There's definitely some big names on this list. There's some people who've been laying the groundwork for years to run for this race. So it'll be interesting to see who manages to capture that energy and actually relate it to the actual issues we're concerned about.
Absolutely. And Otis, your thoughts on this latest development?
Yeah, I agree with everything that's been said. I think there's a time when we will get to the issues and we will get to the solutions. Everybody has to come up with that. I think Mickell Lowery is a very formidable candidate.
He is.
His father, Myron Lowery, is probably one of the most well-known political figures and former journalist in this town. And to the extent that he's able, I think he will help him a lot. I think he catapults to near the top of the list here, with all due respect to the other candidates. But there are others out there. I'm still hearing that Heidi Kuhn, who is one of the court clerks, is just sort of putting out feelers that she may get into this race. And let's remember now that unlike the city election, it has a primary. And so we have a Democratic and a Republican primary. I hadn't heard about any Republicans who were thinking about getting in. But that Democratic primary, which I think will be in May, will be very interesting to see who can emerge out of all of those names that you mentioned.
And all of them are good talents.
They really are.
All of them are.
Yeah.
And he did have a very good commercial.
And when we talk about endorsements, what do you think of Mayor Harris' endorsement? How much weight will that carry?
I think it'll carry some. I don't know where he would be leaning right now. Maybe you know more about that than I do.
Oh, I don't know, but I would just assume that he would lean toward either someone on the commission or someone who he works closely with. But I don't know.
Well, that's right. Well,
and I don't know if the public will want that.
Well, the one he's working closely with is Harold Collins.
That's right.
I know that. So,
or if the public would want a part two continuation of
that's
Lee
right.
Harris.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Over time, we will be get a feel for that from the public.
We really will.
We just don't have a clue.
Elections or campaigns have to gain traction.
That's right.
And if you're not gaining any traction, you will fade away pretty soon. We'll see who gains traction as we get into the summer and then as we get into the fall.
Is it too soon to ask you all from this list so far who you all would put your money on?
I'm not
Yeah,
laying
it's
money
too
on
soon.
him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's too soon.
In fact, I may give each of them a little piece of money.
Okay, I'll have to visit that one. Okay, we do have a couple more minutes before we end. So there's been a lot of news, as you mentioned, Otis. I feel like we could touch on the two farewells. We're seeing the Grizzlies coach Taylor Jenkins leave after 6 seasons, and then the Matta farewell of Bakara Molden. So first thoughts, just really quickly.
Well, the Matta farewell is an inauspicious farewell based on the reports about misspending and all of that. This is just another example of some fiscal mismanagement or alleged fiscal mismanagement that really doesn't help us at all. As far as Taylor Jenkins, I mean, he had 6 good years. I don't know what's behind all of this. I have to think that maybe some of the players may have had something to do with this. NBA is a player-heavy and player-influenced league.
Yes, it definitely feels like behind-the-scenes energy that we don't know.
Well, I'm going to miss the coach. He's a no-bluff coach, just like we got a no-bluff team, and he delivers smoke when it's needed.
Yeah,
But
he does,
so
yeah.
I'm going to miss him, and I wish him well.
All right. Any notes on Matta?
On matter to be seen, to be continued, because I want to read the report. And I do think that I don't think this board should hold the facts from the public. They're a public board. And so if you're a public board, that report is a property of the public. And they are saying this is a personnel matter, we're going to keep this to ourselves. No, you're a public entity. We have a right to see it.
And I think they're coming out with some things now as a result of that. I mean, the reasons for firing her, they
were pretty clear.
They were pretty clear. I mean, there was a lot of financial mismanagement there.
And not just financial mismanagement. This hasn't been mentioned indirectly tied to her being fired, but it was under her administration that routes were secretly cut without permission of the board.
That's
so
exactly
that's something we have to remember too.
That's
Devastating.
Most definitely. I'm ready to see the trolleys come back. So there's that for me.
For sure.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for ABC24 this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully we see you again next week.